Hey guys, Geeky here, and I'm literally continuing from the next video. So we are on chapter 10 of the next Breakfast Club episode. It's Saturday morning at the crack of dawn. We have detention. We know that Bender and Brian are also going to be there. And maybe Allison? I don't know. We'll see. It's Saturday morning at the crack of dawn. As you get ready for another early morning detention, there's a knock at your bedroom door, and your grandfather enters. Another Saturday, another detention. He gives a deep sigh. I thought we already talked about this. I'm sorry. I'd say this is your last chance. I can always call the military academy. He gives you a knowing smile, but that doesn't mean you can't turn it around. I can clean my act up. I swear. Your grandfather gives a knowing nod. Damn straight you are. And I'm gonna make sure you do it. How are you gonna do that? You're gonna try some of your old grandpa's clothes on for size. He lifts up 2 hangers from his closet. You can't be serious. Damn right I'm serious. And since I'm feeling generous, I'm even giving you 2 options. He holds out an army shirt from his younger, thinner days. Now here's a fine look. As luck would have it, it appears to be just your size. Oh, how convenient. Wait, is that a blood stain? Don't worry, that blood ain't mine. That's even worse. Dressing like a soldier says to the world that you're disciplined and ready to take orders. Option 2, this stylish ensemble. No, what? This is terrible. He reveals a ladies' mop-eaten leisure suit. Despite being a woman's suit, it bears an uncanny resemblance to the one Vernon wears. Belonged to your grandmother. Boy, she sure could cut a rug in this number back in the 70s. The 1870s? That old thing looks ready to fall apart. It's not old, it's classic. What? I don't want to spend gems on the army shirt. But who wants to go in with a leisure suit? They got me, guys. You slip on the shirt and it fits your frame surprisingly well. This looks more mint than I expected. I knew it would suit you. You look like an upstanding American. Thanks, Grandpa. Your grandfather stands in the doorway as you gather the rest of your things. You know, this detention trouble reminds me of something that happened to me. Wait, you got in trouble as a kid too? I thought you were always on the straight and narrow. Even I had a few missteps in my younger days. Let's see, there was the army incident, the time I goofed up with your grandmother, school shenanigans, the stories I could tell you. A story about his army days? We'll do the teenage days. Tell me a story about when you were in school, Grandpa. Well, back then my pals and I were real hooligans. We released a bunch of grease pigs in the library as a senior prank. That's hilarious. Did you get in trouble? Well, we blamed it on this runty little kid in our group. Poor Tommy got kicked out of school and shipped off to military academy. Grandpa, that's horrible. Yes, but a year later the war started and we all had to join the military. So, everything evened out in the end, I suppose. What am I supposed to learn from this story exactly? I don't remember. But the memory of those greased up pigs still make me laugh. Great story, Grandpa. But if we don't hurry, we're going to be late to detention. Again. Criminy, let's scoot. You both jump into your grandpa's clunker and putter your way to school. You pull up to Shermer High and climb out of the car. But your grandfather motions to you. Keep a clear head in there. This is your last chance, you hear? I'll do my best. I swear I won't let you down. He nods, satisfied. You're a good kid. I know you can fix this. He drives away as you turn to face the school. The entrance looms ominously before you. Why am I overcome with a feeling of impending doom? You spot Bender waiting for you at the steps. Hey, new kid. Hey, yourself. You're here early. I couldn't wait to yuck it up with my old pal Vernon again. Bender steps back and regards your outfit with a smile. Maybe you should give military school more serious thought. You look smoking hot in that uniform. Ooh. Hey, show some respect. My grandpa wore this shirt invading the beaches of Normandy. I'm not disrespecting. In fact, my flag's full mast right now. Bender's kinda gross, but also I'm weirdly flattered. I'm glad I caught you before we went in. Something on your mind? Yeah. Listen, we've had a pretty solid time together this past week, but my life's a fucking mess right now. A mess, like how exactly? It's complicated. But suffice it to say, having a girlfriend's not making it any easier. I think you're cool, but also think we need space. What? Not forever, just for a while. I'll be understanding. I like hanging out with you too, Bender, but you're probably right. Wait, you agree? Yeah, of course. We've only known each other for a week, and we're moving at a breakneck speed. If we cool it for a while, maybe we'll both figure out what we really want. Damn, it feels like a ton of bricks just got lifted off me. Blender slides his hand down your arms. But I'm not saying this is forever. I don't like where this is going. It better not be. I still plan on staying friends with you either way. Oh, staying friends with an ex? That always ends well. This is not how I wanted to start my Saturday. Yeah, no shit. You both go quiet and stare at the ground. The tension in the air is palpable. Look, let's stay nice around the others, even if we are broken up. I don't want to break up. I need some space right now. Bender crosses his arm and backs away from you. I'm gonna walk a few laps to think. Bender turns away and heads down the hall. He stops and looks back at you and your eyes meet. Hey, Bailey, What is it? He stops himself short and shakes his head. Screw it. He turns away and continues down the hall. Did you imagine it, or was Bender's voice tinged with regret? If he's having doubts about ending things, he's too afraid to admit it. Will you be the one to fight to save this relationship? Yes! Oh, but of course we're gonna save the relationship. I wonder if we should have just stayed in this suit. All right, John, wait. He glances over his shoulder as you follow him inside. It's time to set things right. I thought we wrapped up this conversation, Bailey. Something just felt off about the way we left things. Bender sighs. Yeah, it feels like someone punched me in the gut. I feel the same. Kiss him. Before we officially take a break, I want to do just one last thing. You push forward and give Bender a light but heartfelt kiss. He leans in and returns the kiss with gusto before pulling away. What am I doing? Sorry, I shouldn't have kissed you. No, I mean, why the hell am I breaking up with you? You're the only decent thing in my life right now. Yes! What kind of shithead would I be for ending it? Are you saying you want to stay together? Bender leans in for another kiss. Does that answer your question? Yes! Shit, almost forgot to give you this. Bender rummages in his book bag and pulls out a drawing of Vern. It's a pin the tail on the jackass. Whoa, did you make this yourself? Why so surprised? Actually, it's a Shermer High staple. Thought I'd grab you one. This is way decent of you, Bender. I admit, it's a selfish gesture. A good way for us both to kill time in detention. Well, it's still pretty damn thoughtful. Yeah, I'm a thoughtful guy. You walk to detention together, feeling better about your relationship and the long day ahead. Yay! You take your well-worn path into the library and are greeted by tired but familiar faces. Everyone's returned to their old seats. Anyone else feeling deja vu? You and the rest of the gang are surprised to see Allison's return to her old look. Wow, Allison, you look like yourself. I was in the mood to slip into my old skin again. So what was it? You get tired of playing popular? Or the populars get tired of you? No, I stopped pulling my hair back. Because I was tired of being able to see your face. Yes! Ooh, she got you. Can it, Johnson? Bender leans back in his chair and kicks his feet back. Can't wait to see what Vernon's panties are in a twist about today. No need to be vulgar. Oh, did I offend your delicate sensibilities? No, shut up. Yeah, he did. Brian and Allison wolf whistle at your army shirt. Looking sharp, soldier. Bender cracks his knuckles and stares at Brian. Hey, show some respect. That shirt belongs to a war hero. You catch Bender's eye and smile. Brian looks around the library. I can't believe we're back in here again. I missed you guys. You've been seeing us all week. I know, but being here together weirdly feels like coming home. Do you have a hanky? Because I'm about to start tearing up. I thought it was a nice thing to say. Miraculously, we're all here early. Then we better make the most of the time before Hurricane Vernon hits the library. Anyone interested in a little game to pass the time? You pull out the pen on the... I'm gonna get in trouble. You pull out the pen and tell on the jackass game. I bet we can sneak in a game before Vernon shows. Where'd you get that? From someone with a delightfully demented mind. You give Bender a wry smile. Sounds like a real weirdo. Bender snatches up the game and tapes it to the sculpture in the middle of the room. He turns his bandana into a makeshift blindfold and grabs one of the donkey tail pens. He looks at you. I know you've been itching to stick a pin in Vernon for years. You walk to Bender and he tightens the blindfold over your eyes and spins you in a circle. Despite your wobbling, you aim for your target. Aim to the left. You thrust the tail to your left and feel it sink right into the paper poster. You rip off your blindfold to see you pin the tail square between Vernon's butt cheeks. Bullseye. The entire detention crew cheers. Big deal. I went easy on you. I'll be sure to spin you so hard you puke next time. You look up at the clock and realize it's already 7:10. Vernon ought to be standing before you, passing out insults, but he's nowhere in sight. Guys, I can't believe I'm asking this, but where's Vernon? Who the hell cares? If he doesn't show up in 5 minutes, we get to leave. I don't think it works that way, Bender. I've only known the guy a week, and even I can tell this is weird for him. Maybe he's testing us, trying to bait us into leaving the library. Or maybe he's dead. Oh, sure. Relax, there's nothing spooky going on, and Vernon isn't testing us. He's probably having car trouble. I mean, have you seen that jalopy he drives? I guess that's plausible. It's also plausible that he died. Yeah, in my dreams. I'm sure the bull will come bursting through that door any second now. I'm starving. Bender hops up from his seat. I'm hitting up the vending machine for some provisions. What if Vernon catches you? And then I'll tell him to go lick my nads. Bender saunters to the door. I'll go with him. What, you gonna babysit me? Someone's gotta help carry those provisions, right? Fine, let's keep this quick. The others eye you nervously, but you wave them off. You follow Bender into the hall, keeping a close watch out for Vernon. You and Bender sneak through the hallway on a quest to raid the vending machines. Bender glances around corners and treads his boots lightly. You're unusually quiet. What can I say? I'm a contemplative man. Bender continues to look around with a worried expression. You reach over and take Bender's hand. Don't worry, if we're quiet, he won't track us down. Who says I'm worried about Dick? I'm just glad you came with me. And you couldn't figure out a way to say it? Maybe, I don't know. Shut up. You laugh and playfully nudge his arm. He nudges back, then goes quiet. Should we ask about home? Yeah. So, how are things going at home? Bender jerks to a stop and chuckles. Real cute. I'm serious. I wanted to see if anything had gotten better since last Saturday. Oh yeah, it turns out making new friends is a secret to unlocking familial bliss. I could cut through your sarcasm, it's so thick. Pop smelled Claire's perfume on me when I got home. He asked me who the chick was and how big her knockers are. It wasn't the best father-son chat we've had in years. You and Bender continue around a corner to the hallway where Vernon's office is. Bender holds out a hand to stop you. Vernon's door is wide open and a muffled voice is coming from inside. So much for Dick being dead. You and Bender slink against the wall and creep close to the door to listen in. The smell of retribution is in the air. Those little shits won't be laughing at your little Richie much longer, Mom. Mom? Bender's face goes red as he tries to stifle laughter. Vernon's chair creaks and you hear his feet clunk onto his desk. Yep, I've got something special in store for those punks today. Vernon lowers his voice to a whisper. We gotta move closer and listen in. Risk getting closer. It's probably bad. Come on, let's listen. You murmur to Bender and he nods. You and Bender creep closer to the door just in time to hear Vernon say, Today, I'm enacting a one-strike policy. One slip-up and those juvenile delinquents are kicked out of No Shit Shermer for good. Suddenly, he stops silent and his chair creaks. Hey, who's out there? I see your shadow, moron. Crap. You and Bender exchange a look, then run back to the library to warn the others. You and Bender stumble into the library to find the others kicked back and making a mess. Books and papers are scattered around, and a spilled soda is slowly spreading across Allison's table. We were promised snacks. Yeah, I need a new soda. Allison stares sadly at her spilled drink. My stomach is howling. This is no time for snacks. We found him in his office on the phone. With his mother, by the way. A funny but totally unimportant detail right now. Anyway, he's out for blood. He said if any of us messes up even a little today, we're expelled. Expulsion? I can't breathe. Allison pats his back to comfort him. Even I'm siding with Bailey on this one. No way in the hell am I going to be stuck in a house with my fucking parents all day. What are we supposed to do? Well, cleaning up your shit might be a good start. Everyone pauses to take in the dreadful state of the room. We gotta fix this. Start cleaning up. You rush to the tables and start scooping up loose trash. Come on, if we all pitch in, we can clean this up before Vernon gets here. You heard Bailey, move your asses. Everyone scrambles to their feet. In less than a minute, the spilled soda is wiped clean, the papers are shoved into backpacks. Guys, I hear Vernon. You all return to your seats and sit quietly in your chairs. Vernon barrels into the library to be greeted by rows of clean tables and stoic faces. After a quick survey of the room, he nods in approval. So, another one of my Saturdays wasted babysitting you lot. Everyone looks down at their hands. One of you was sneaking around outside of my office just now. You don't look up, but can practically feel Vernon's eyes on you. Who was it? Fess up. Nothing. I don't want to do anything. I want to just stay quiet. Tell a joke? No. Tell a lie? Tell the truth. It was me, Mr. Vernon. Bender turns to you and quietly mouths something. Shut up. We were getting hungry and thought we could run to the vending machine before you got in. Then I saw you were here and I rushed back to the library. Quit yammering. I'm keeping my eye on you today, Buster. Vernon nudges the trash can over with his foot. Whoopsie daisy. Your heart sinks as you see the rolled up pin, the tail, and the jackass game slide out of the trash. Vernon looks at it quizzically. One of you better clean up this mess before the end of the day. Vernon walks back to the front of the room, and you heave a sigh of relief. He takes a moment to make eye contact with everyone. He looks at Brian last. I thoroughly enjoyed that little essay you wrote last week. You may have thought you were being clever, but that was a clear act of insubordination. Brian crouches low in his chair. Since detention didn't teach you anything in the last go-around, we're going to mix things up today. Everyone's going in separate classrooms, where you'll be writing me an apology letter. What are we apologizing for? Glad you asked, Miss Reynolds. Oh, he doesn't know her name. I knew that. You'll apologize for what you did to land at detention, and how you'll better yourself in the future. And if you don't write a letter, you're getting instant expulsion. Vernon slaps his finger at you. Snaps. You, rebel. You're the first lucky winner to get shipped to your new cell. Classroom. You grab your bag and follow Vernon. Bender locks eyes with you. Godspeed. Thanks. Come on, Pokey, hurry up. Allison hums the funeral march as Vernon leads you out the library doors. You enter a dusty classroom and Vernon steers you toward a desk. Here's a pencil and paper. Better limber up those fingers, Shakespeare. I want 1,000 words by the end of the day. 1,000 words? Vernon takes a moment to consider your unusual outfit. You know, if I squint real hard, you actually look like a model citizen. Thank you, I guess. It's a good thing you can pull off army green. You'll be wearing a lot of it in the military academy. Vernon claps his hands together. All right, time's wasting. I'll get started on the essay as soon as I have the room to myself. Vernon tists and shakes his head. You know, your case is a real shame, Smith. How's that, Mr. Vernon? You come to a school looking for a fresh start, and instead you fall right back into bad habits. For a moment, I actually thought you could make something of yourself. I gotta say, you're the biggest disappointment of the bunch. With all due respect, you've only known me for a week, sir. I don't think it's fair to judge my entire character on that. I've worked with students long enough that I can get a whiff of their character in 5 seconds. Okay, fair point. I did the same thing to you. Vernon looms over you and jabs a finger towards your face. You better probably be careful about the next words that come out of your mouth, Missy. Vernon claps his palms together. All right, I've wasted enough time dealing with you. I've got some more sheep to herd into their pens. He grabs the door handle and starts pulling it closed as he exits. Get comfortable, Smith. You're about to experience the longest day of your life. He's so annoying. The door slams behind him. Just perfect. Time passes. You've been slumped over staring at the blank sheet of paper for what's felt like hours. You groan as you look up at the clock and see less than 10 minutes have passed. You bounce a pencil eraser up and down on your desk trying to figure out your next move. Start your essay. You crack your knuckles and put pencil to paper. At the top of the page, you write out your name and the date, Saturday, March 31st, 1984. You read aloud as you slowly begin your letter. Today is my second detention in less than 2 weeks. As I reflect on the mistakes that led me here, your writing is cut short by a loud thump on the door. The door swings open and Bender's head jets into the room. Miss me? What the hell are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be in your own classroom? Save the interrogation for later. He quickly glances over his shoulder into the hallway. You're coming with me. We got work to do. Oh, this is bad. Bender wanted to take a break from the relationship. You fought to save your relationship. You risked further punishment in order to eavesdrop on Vernon. Alright, I don't know if I should have done that. And go home. Get a gem, I think. Yay! So we have, I think, only 2 episodes left. We have 11 and we have 12. You and Bender crawl through the ceiling of Sherman High on a top secret mission to reunite the Breakfast Club and figure out what you're going to do about Vernon. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I just hope we don't get in trouble and get kicked out. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next episode.